Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all of my tips and tricks for applying mascara to get your biggest, fattest, most dramatic lashes without using falsies. So if you're like me and you don't like wearing false lashes, or you don't know how to use them, or you just find them to be, an expense that you don't want to spend your money on, but you still want really huge, dramatic, false looking lashes just using mascara, then I'm going to share with you all my tips and tricks. Obviously, this is how I love my lashes, really big and thick and fat, but I know that some people will hate this look of my lashes, and that's absolutely fine too. It's just each to their own. Mascara application and lashes is really personal. Everyone kind of does them differently or wants them differently and wants different looks, so that is absolutely fine. But this is how I like them. This is how I think it really makes my eyes pop and really opens them up and gives me a really nice like almond shaped eye. So if you want to know how to get these lashes, then please keep watching. Okay, so we're nice and zoomed in now so you can see everything I'm doing, and you can see the dramatic difference between my eyelashes on this side and my eyelashes on this side. Now I'm going to be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara because I wanted to show you that you don't have to use a really expensive mascara to get really nice, big, huge, dramatic lashes. I recommend a mascara that, like the Lash Sensational, has a sort of short bristled side and a large bristled side, as this helps you do your lower lashes with the shorter side, and I also sometimes use them for the top lashes as well, as you'll see. So my first tip is always to have your mirror underneath your face. So I have mine down here, and so it's just literally there, and I tilt it. My mirror is like this. I can tilt it, and I tilt it right down at an angle so that I am having to look right down into the mirror, because that makes your lashes move away from your eyelid so that they don't touch and transfer any product up there. So always make sure you're looking right down into your mirror. Never pump your mascara, that'll get loads of air in there and dry it out faster, and will just put too much product onto the wand. So yeah, you just want to open it, pull it out, and then I always get rid of the excess on the tip, because that can sometimes end up places you don't want it to. So starting with the long side on the top, and I always start off with wiggling strokes alternated with blinking onto the brush. And then on the outer edges, I just drag to make sure that we've got every single lash, and that will help really make your eyes open up and look as big as possible by getting every one of those outer lashes and right into the inner corner lashes. I quite often get too much on these inner corner lashes just here, but you can easily pull that off, so don't worry if that's kind of looking a bit weird. You can fix that. So the thing about this coat is to know that you need to get this coat as good as possible, making sure you're combing every lash, keeping as many separated lashes as you can. Just keep blinking through, combing the mascara so it's really even, because we're going to let this coat set, and that is going to form the basis for the shape of our lashes. You can see now I'm going with the shorter side from behind the lashes right to the base and combing forwards. So we're coating the lashes on the bottom and the top as well. And this is going to push the lashes down, so you always want to follow this with upward strokes to push the lashes back up. Always make sure you end a coat with upward strokes so your lashes stay lifted, particularly this first coat, because like I said, we're going to let this set, and then it's going to be harder and harder to actually alter the shape of the lashes and the number of lashes as they set. They kind of stay, go hard, and it's hard to change them after this. So this first coat is the most important. So just turn the wand around there to make sure I'm really getting these outer lashes, and you can see I've just touched my skin there, but we're going to fix that, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. The next really important tip is to let every coat dry, but not to the extent that your lashes go really, really hard. So you want to leave it, go and do something else. Usually when I'm doing my makeup, I will do a coat of mascara, then I will do my primer and my foundation, then I'll do my second coat, then I'll go and do like my bronzer, my blush, and then I'll come back and do my third coat. So you're letting them dry. And how you know they're ready is if you blink onto your finger and there is no transfer on there, then they are ready and do that as soon as possible. Don't leave it too long, or they'll then be too hard for you to build up a coat nice and easily and get your brush through your lashes. Let my lashes dry until when blinking on it, there's very minimal, if any, transfer whatsoever. So now it's time for the second coat. So same thing, pull the wand straight out, excess off the top. And this time we're going to stop wiggling and only blink onto the wand. And because we let that first coat set, this is going to be quite stiff. So you want to sort of pull the wand through and make sure that it's quite sort of tough to pull it through. It's not going to be as easy as with the naked lashes, which is what you want, some resistance, because that's how you'll build. And because we let it dry, this isn't going to sort of clump and stick more lashes together. It's just going to add product on top of what we've done. So that's the whole point of letting them set in between coats, so that we're just adding and adding and adding rather than sort of undoing or taking product off as we work it through again. Alternating upwards and downwards strokes with that shorter edge from the top and the longer edge from the bottom, and always following up with upward strokes after the downward strokes. Again, combing out and making sure we're getting these outer corners and then blinking them through to avoid too much clumping. So now we're going to deal with that little bit of transfer that we've got here. The most important thing about any transfer is to let it dry. Don't panic, don't wipe it off while it's wet, or you'll no doubt smudge it and remove makeup and it will look way worse. So let it dry, leave it as long as you possibly can, and then get a cotton bud. These are the pointy ones that are just Superdrug's own, and like buff it instead of wiping. Quite a light hand, not too much pressure on the skin, so you don't wipe off your concealer or your foundation, and you're like basically pushing it off. And there you go, no problemo. So basically the key there is to let it dry, and it will lift off because it will just be like flaking off your skin. It's really easy to get it off if you let it dry. So with bottom lashes, I always make sure that I wipe all of the excess off of the wand, because my bottom lashes are quite long and there are quite a lot of them, and I don't want them to look like too crazy or really spidery, so I want to use the minimal amount of mascara. So I'll wipe everything off the wand. When you do your lower lashes, you want to look down like this, chin to chest, so that your lashes move away from your under eye area so that you don't get any transfer. And I will just drag the brush across the lashes, which will mean that they all start pointing in the direction that I'm dragging, and then I will just move them back the other way. And I'm just basically touching the brush really lightly to them. I don't want too much. I just want to basically make them a bit darker and a bit more noticeable, so that they're really framing the eye. And that is all I do. So if I find there's too much mascara on that lower lash line, I will just go through and gently pull any excess off, but I do very little, and I try not to look up for a few seconds, because as soon as you look up, they're going to touch your under eye area, and that might give you some transfer. So again, I'm blinking onto my finger and there's no transfer, so third coat, and the third coat is exactly the same as the second coat. Blinking onto the brush, just building the lashes up, not changing their shape or anything like that. And because they are dried and set again, we're not getting too much clumping, the shape is not changing, we're not losing lashes because they're all sticking together. We're keeping that initial shape that we set down, and we're just making them bigger and bigger. So again, no wiggling with the subsequent coats, just blinking onto the brush in upward motion, using the shorter side on the top and dragging the brush through the lashes. By doing from the top down, that will really help improve. If you don't do that already, that will make a massive difference to the volume of your lashes. And also letting the coats dry in between, that will make a huge difference. I find if I don't let them dry in between, I really don't build any volume, or they don't really get any bigger. I just keep on repeating what I've already done. Letting the coats dry and coating the lashes from either side is the key. So there you have it, that is 3-4 coats, and my lashes are now pretty much as big as I can possibly get them. That is everything that you need to know, all my tips and tricks for getting your biggest, fattest, most dramatic lashes only using mascara. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe before you go, as I would love to see you again. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.